What's up, everyone? Billy Hull back with Paul Honda. Another week of high school football coming at you. More playoff games. A lot of good stuff going on this weekend. Let's start with Kapolei Kahuku. To me, they're playing each other. I think this is the fourth time.
This is like about the 75th time they played in the last 5 years. It's like every year in the playoffs, even with this new divisional, whatever you call it, they still find a way to meet each other at Kahuku.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
Exactly. I don't know what Darren did, if he needs to get some juju or something, but it's basically you got to go through Kahuku to make the.
The last time they won, Mason Kola, I think, was the quarterback. This wasn't that long ago. I think it was 8 years ago, and he ran for like 100 yards, and they scraped by a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
He's not there anymore.
No, they did it, I think, with defense and running the ball, and yet their defense has been really improved these last few weeks.
Very improved, but they're not a team that runs the ball really well with LJ Asparis injured. Taulio Tagovailoa, pretty good quarterback, but he's a pocket guy. He's not going to threaten to run a lot normally.
Is he a sitting duck? Is he a sitting duck against that Kahuku defense?
They haven't seen a guy as accurate as him yet. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go boom, 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 short stuff, eat the clock as much as possible, and keep Kahuku's monster offense off the field.
Yeah, well, do we have to temper anything? Because, I mean, the Red took it on the chin pretty hard last week. The Blue went 4-0 in the playoffs.
The Red from 3-6 took it on the chin. Now we're down to the big boys, so everything else last week doesn't matter now. Yeah. You were right, though. He was right. He was right. The Blue has depth.
Yeah, they do.
The Red really... So changing stuff up, I don't know if that's necessary, but this year, yes.
Yeah. And I think that makes this Kailua Waianae game kind of an interesting matchup because Kailua's been through the rigors against a lot of good teams.
This is at Waianae. So
this is at Waianae.
That's a long haul for anybody, but they'll be ready. I think Kailua, they're committed to running the ball. They don't have gigantic running backs, but they're tough. They get their 3 or 4 yards. They're not greedy. And that front five, that O-line, Joe Wong's taught them how to really play steady, balanced football. So they can run block, they can pass pro. They're fine. And Noah Auld, man, what a year he's had. I think he's got like something like 23, 24 touchdown passes and only 3 picks.
3 picks, yeah.
I mean, he's a third-year guy, I think.
Yeah.
Third-year starter, but his first 2 years, he was just kind of learning the ropes. And this year, really, he's, I don't know, man, top 3,
He's
top
got a chance
5.
to be All-State, third-team All-State, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think is Waianae, of the 4 teams that had the buys, just Waianae maybe?
They're so interesting because there's no star guy. Nobody runs for 100 yards. They give it to 6 or 7 running backs. It's so much balance defensively and offensively. So they'll find a way to stay in the game. Yeah. Whether they can throw the ball when they need to throw it, that's a big test for Jaron Ulu and his receivers. They've got talent there. Yeah. It's just Walter Young hasn't really asked his guys to throw a lot.
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Real quick, we got to talk about the ILH. The big, all these great games going on.
ILH.
St. Louis Puno, just another down to the wire.
Woo!
You saw, you saw Ephraim Tuliloa come back last week.
He looked beautiful last week. He was just so on point with everything. You never would thought he didn't look like he'd been injured.
Yeah.
For even a single game. So he was just so outstanding. But Wayne Talapapa, they took him away. So Ephraim just hit the quick passes. He had 27 completions by halftime. He was incredible.
Yeah. So much good football to look forward to. Real quick, that ILH D2 too. If I'm Damien, I better take care of business against Pac-5 this week. I'm not sure I want to face that St. Francis monster again.
It's possibly going to be a 3-way tie.
Yeah, it could be
2-2, and then it's like a
two-way playoff.
2-round play.
Yeah. Yeah, so Pac-5's got to win, though. So a lot of good stuff. We're looking forward to it. Paul Honda, Billy Hull, Honolulu Star-Advertiser, Hawaii Prep World.